So my journey started with the Y when I was 13 years old. My mom worked at the front desk as a second job, and I started coming up, hanging around, and got involved heavily in the Teen Leaders Club, where I spent the next 5 or so years volunteering at the Y, hanging out in the kids zone, helping out at the front desk, learning good values, learning leadership qualities. I spent 4 summers on the mountain at our Blue Ridge Leadership School, and it was the time of my entire life. As a teenager, you obviously have pressures of the materialistic world, from peer pressure and, stigmatisms that people where I grew up in easily can fall into. But being a part of the Teen Leaders Club, it really taught me good values. It taught me good things about friendship, about honesty, about caring about others, about being responsible. And it propelled me forward to be a leader and further on in life and towards my career. When I graduated high school and my work was coming to an end with the Teen Leaders Club, as I was leaving that stage of life and entering adulthood, I stepped away from the Y for quite a few years. I ended up having children pretty young, found myself in a not very healthy relationship. And after I got out of that and I went back to school and I was pursuing a degree in educational studies and community leadership, in the back of my head, all I could think about was, just remember the values that you were taught from the YMCA. Remember the things that you learned up on the mountain at Blue Ridge Leadership School. And during my last semester, when I was looking for internships, my advisor mentioned that the YMCA had been looking for interns and they had a job fair. And I said, well, that's too good to be true. It can't be that big of a circle back. And it really was. And starting back with the Y was everything that I thought it would be and more. I was, I had a sense of responsibility besides being a mom. I had a sense of responsibility besides being a student. I had a sense of responsibility for these kids that didn't belong to me and needed guidance and needed support and needed a safe place to be before and after school, and that's what I was able to provide for them. So really making that giant circle from volunteer, teen leader, to intern, to now program director of my own site, it's been incredible. There's one family that sticks out in mind. They struggled back and forth between being able to pay, not being able to pay, until they were put on one of our financial assistance programs. And now the kids come and the parents don't have to worry anymore about whether or not they're gonna have their payments. And the kids really get everything out of the program. They get to go to our after-school art program, and one of our kids is actually really becoming quite the artist. I mean, she has really blossomed and really honed in on that talent, and I'd be surprised if in 10 years we didn't have an art gallery from this child. She's amazing. My favorite thing about the Y is probably the way it brings a community together. There's nothing like it. You don't find that anywhere, but you can find it at the Y.